The old lady! In that case, please!
Not knowing what to say, I nodded apprehensively as the old woman began digging through her pockets. She produced what looked like a crumpled up scrap of paper. As she was digging around, I noticed that her breathing had become dangerously ragged, and began considering my options to assist her. Really, I should have gone back into the house and called my mom, but there was something about her that kept me glued to the spot. I sensed desperation hiding in that unbroken gaze.
You must take this.
What is it?
No, not November coupon.
Uh-oh.
A charm.
A charm? It's a Sachiko charm.
Her.
Oh my god! Is she a
It's
survivor?
her. Who knows? It's a mystery.
Tilting my head, I unfolded the scrap and looked carefully at it. At first, I thought I had just been handed a piece of trash. What? But when I unfolded it all the way, I saw there was actually a paper doll in the shape of a human being, and there was a name written on its torso. Yui Shishido. My name, written plainly as day as these... Oh god, I'm gonna die. Why is my name on it?
So we can protect you.
What?
If you don't write the name of the person you wish to protect, the charm won't work.
Crazy. This was all crazy. I didn't understand any of it, save for one simple fact. This old woman was here specifically to give me this strange paper charm. As far as I was aware, we were
And now
total
she's
strangers
dead.
to another, but she clearly knew both my name and my address. Nah. I'm sorry. I know you came a long way to give this to me, but I don't want it.
I crawled here, bitch. You don't want it.
As I extended my arm to return the paper doll, I could sense her demeanor had changed. She raised her body up unsteadily from the wet asphalt.
Why not?
Well,
I've nearly killed myself bringing this to you. Why will no one listen to me? You must not enter Heavenly Host of the Misery without this charm.
oh my god. Heavenly Host Elementary?
Yes, you must not go. Don't go.
As the old woman cried out, the paper doll fluttered lightly to the ground. Almost instantaneously, it became soaked with rainwater. My name began to run and quickly turned into a legible black smudge. Seeing this, the old woman grabbed and tore at her hair.
No charm. The way out
What?
has been lost.
What?
You fucked up.
Ma'am, please calm down.
I'm Yui, you fool.
Are you? Listen, you must not go to Heavenly Host Elementary.
I think there's been some mistake. My school is Kisaragi Academy High. I've never even heard of this Heavenly Host Elementary. Ma'am? Oh god!
Oh god,
Mom?
there's one.
Mom!
What's wrong?
An old woman collapsed in front of our house. Call an ambulance!
Okay.
Okay.
Paramedics arrived in a matter of minutes. The old woman
took 'em
seemed
too
to be
long.
unconscious by that point. However, so the EMTs brought out a stretcher.
Do you know this woman?
Oh, okay, paisano.
Oh.
No, she just collapsed in front of our house. We've never seen her before.
Hey, alright.
What are you doing? Right with the
The idea of making this old woman go to the hospital by herself just seemed like it would have been a shameful thing to do. Sure, she was a stranger, but we'd had a lengthy conversation merely minutes before, so I couldn't very well say we had nothing to do with one another.
Yui, you need to go to school.
What? But...
You heathen. Don't worry, I'll go with her to the hospital. You have to practice that interview today, right?
yeah, I guess I do.
Don't fuck this up.
Thanks, Mom. I'll leave her to you then.
Don't fuck this up.
Got it. I was a little hesitant, but I knew I really had to go to school today no matter what. So I left the strange woman in my mom's care and heading toward the school walked right by her stretcher. Suddenly a hand rose from the limp form of the old woman and grabbed my skirt. Startled, I tried to jump away but found myself ensnared by her terrible bloodshot eyes.
You
Oh, wait,
must
shit,
not
right, I forgot
go.
who voiced what. I'm dumb. I'm dumb tired.
Dumb tired. You
After
must
school,
not go.
once my final practice interview had concluded, I reunited with my friends and engaged in the usual regimen of gossiping small
Oh,
talk.
for fuck's sake.
Can you believe that?
That's Kermit.
That's really scary.
The hell is wrong with her?
When I described the events of that
feel
morning,
like
everyone's eyebrows
I've lived
rose.
my entire-
They were hanging on my every word and yelping in unison at key moments.
Yui, maybe you should have stayed home today after all.
Well, but I had that practice interview. I couldn't just miss that, you know?
I just hope nothing bad happens.
Oh,
And the
come
earth splits
on!
open.
What could happen?
Oh,
Krakatoa!
you know what?
Hmm?
When you mentioned Heavenly Host Elementary, I thought it sounded kind of familiar, and I just realized why. You know the Seven Wonders, right?
7 Wonders. You mean those urban legends about Kurosagi? That's
Kisaragi.
phooey.
Yeah,
Kisaragi, who
those.
gives a shit?
Does Heavenly Host Elementary have some connection to them?
One of the stories is called Yoshi After School. Ever heard of it?
Do you
Definitely
need to,
not.
breathe, Scarecrow?
No. It's pitching my nose.
I've never heard of it either. What's it about?
Well, it takes. It takes place at Heavenly Host Elementary, which once occupied the same plot of land where Kurosagi Academy now stands.
Oh. Okay. I don't know why I'm inputting.
It's said that one day after school, a female teacher who had been patrolling the grounds slipped and fell down the stairs and died.
That's so uneventful.
The accident took place on a rainy October day, just like this one, and occurred just after 7 at night. And supposedly, Yoshi still appears on days like this.
Oh no.
Ever unaware that she died at Heavenly Host these many years ago, she now walks the halls of Kurosagi Academy, believing them to be her own.
Ah!
Oh, come on, no. Is it true?
Well, it wouldn't be one of the 7 wonders if someone hadn't actually seen it happen, right?
That's phooey in the old. That's about a reference, JonTron. Jesus.
Why don't you head home, Yui? You're the only one who doesn't live nearby, so we can't walk with you. And given the stuff the old woman said to you,
Yeah, it's always best to heed the warnings of the elderly.
Don't eat the purple grapes.
You might be
They're
right.
bad for you.
I still have feeling kind of on edge anyway. Probably best I go home and check in with Mom. I'll see you guys later then. Later!
Whoop, down the stairs I go.
Take care.
Get fucked.
Yeah, I will.
I will.
I quickly packed up my things and rushed out of the classroom. It was already about 5. It was getting dark out, but if Kana's story was to be believed, I had until 7 before anything bad might happen. As I
better
continued
believe it,
wending
bitch.
my way down the corridor, I kept telling myself there's nothing to be afraid of. Even so, it felt like it took an extra long time to reach the shoe lockers. Man, I'm such a scaredy cat.
Oh.
Ah,
Hey, it's just toast.
Tsukasa!
I bit my tongue again. Jesus. Gotta go.
Yep.
I swear to God, my tongue would be bleeding if my teeth were sharper.
oh no.
What's with the big grin?
It's nothing. Hey, why don't we walk together, at least part of the way?
Sure, I don't mind.
Great.
Weirdo.
When I looked at Tsukasa's face, my fear vanished, if but for a moment. These are the times when it's really nice to have boys around, I thought. I felt that as long
I'm
as he
gonna
was by
slip
my
down the stairs
side,
and
nothing
die
bad
for
could
you.
happen. Didn't hurt that I had a crush on him, of course. The rain had let up since that morning, though it was still coming down. The two of us walked side by side, umbrellas held high. Tsukasa was talking and laughing excitedly the whole time, whereas I probably came off as preoccupied. I'm sure it was awkward. A vague sense of fear flickered inside me, and it was making me extraordinarily self-conscious. I'm certain it must have been reflected in my behavior.
Shido?
Hmm?
Are you... Oh, you're crying in the rain again, weirdo. You look kind of pale. Did something happen? Did you fall down the stairs and die? Hey,
Yeah, something scary happened.
something scary?
I
Is it
probably
actually raining
seemed...
outside, or is that the snow?
Is it
Oh,
snow?
it's raining.
Is
It's
it raining?
It's raining. It's gonna be icy as hell tomorrow.
Oh no! I probably seemed
no.
really on edge. Tsukasa was staring at me with this look of objective concern on his face. I was a little relieved that he had asked, though, and it felt good to tell him about what happened. I filled him in on all the details and explained how they were related to Kana's ghost story. I did my absolute best to convey the dread I was feeling. That Tsukasa was... well...
The Seven Wonders of Kurosagi High.
Kisaragi.
Kisaragi. I don't know how to pronounce words. Nice try.
Yeah.
So you actually believe in that stuff? Sometimes I wish I could see the world through your eyes.
What?
I'm gonna scoop them out.
No.
School.
Huh?
You don't think it's scary?
It's weird, sure, but I wouldn't call it scary. Why would I worry about that old woman said to you? Why would I wouldn't worry about what that old woman said. I'm sure it's just coincidence.
But
I can't read properly. Wouldn't it be better not to dwell on it either way? You know? I mean, yeah, your encounter with her sounds like it was kind of unsettling, but she was probably just a little off, you know?
that's not the issue here.
What's the issue?
I wasn't asking you to solve my problems for me.
Okay.
Look, I just wanted to vent, okay? I just wanted you to listen.
What do you mean? That's what I've been doing. That's it. I'm
no,
leaving.
not like that.
I don't get it. Are you angry about something?
Guys always do this. It varies from person to person, of course, but guys invariably jump right into looking for solutions to your problem or giving you advice on what to do. As a result, girls often can't be totally honest with them, or don't want to be at any rate, and are forced to just bottle up their feelings. I only wanted Tsukasa to share in some of my fears. If he was scared with me, that would have been enough. I didn't realize then that Tsukasa telling me not to worry was his way of showing concern. I just thought he was brushing me off, and frankly, that annoyed me. My mind flashed back over and over again to the face, the eyes, and the hoarse voice of that old woman. Amplified and distorted by the ghost story, these images gradually darkened my mood. Maybe I was traumatized by the events I'd experienced, or maybe I was just frustrated and needed to lash out. I don't know. But for the first time ever, things had become decidedly uncomfortable between the two of us. Okay, well, this is me.
Right. Shishido, what are you doing?
He called out my name as I briskly walked away. I didn't really know why I was so angry or confused, but I did notice that his voice was tinged with concern.
If anything should happen, feel free to contact me.
I considered turning back for a second, but changed my mind and pushed forward with a huff, leaving it behind.
Shishido,
I'm home!
I'm sorry. Yui, welcome back.
Greeting me at the door, my mother wore a somber expression. I could tell right away that something had happened. I stared at her with scrunched eyebrows for an awkwardly long time before she eventually, reluctantly opened her mouth to speak.
About that old woman from this morning. That
Yeah?
was your grandmother. The hospital contacted me. She passed away a short while ago.
No way.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why you care, but you need to stay focused on tomorrow's exam. Right now.
Yeah.
We should put this unpleasantness behind us. I'm getting dinner started now, so how about you get changed?
Okay, I'll be in my room.
I'll call you.
I watched my mom work her
Bye-bye.
way back into the kitchen, then wriggled out of my shoes. My mood had darkened even more. Tsukasa's attitude was bad enough, but for that old woman to have died. Returning to my room, I couldn't muster the energy to do anything but collapse into my chair and sprawl out onto the desk.
You must not go!
The last thing the woman said to me had echoed over and over again in my mind. I began wishing I'd taken her more seriously. I should have accepted the paper doll and thanked her. I should have reassured her I wouldn't go to Heavenly Host Elementary. I mean, the place didn't even exist anymore, for goodness sakes. I was exhausted. It was a hell of a day, and I no longer even had the energy to move. I needed to change out of my school clothes, but... Still spread out over the desk, my eyelids drooped and closed. I was out. I awoke with a start. The air in my room had got notably cooler, and I was shivering. I must have fallen asleep. Rubbing my eyes, I glanced at my clock, the needles indicating it was 6:45.
Shit.
It's already this late? It was black outside my window, streaked with lines of still pouring rain. Sure hope it's sunny tomorrow. Sunny for my exam. The weight of what happened the next day for me came rushing into my mind. I practiced the interview process with my teachers quite thoroughly, but I was still really nervous. Okay, I need to make sure I'm ready for tomorrow. There was still a little more time before dinner. My mind swimming, I decided I'd take this opportunity to clean out all the notes and textbooks I wouldn't need tomorrow from my bag. Let's see. Student ID needs to stay, obviously. Handkerchief and tissues. Gotta make sure I don't forget my exam ticket. Oh, in my pen case. Huh? Oh, crap. Where's my pen case? Did I leave it at the school? My face suddenly went pale. Really? I shouldn't have been too concerned over writing implements. We had tons at home. But that case held the pencil that Tsukasa had given me for guaranteed success on my exam. I have to go get it.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
And
Hey,
now
Mom,
she
I
falls
forgot
into
something at
it.
school, so I'm gonna run back for a sec.
What? But there's almost a little
That's
bastard
alright.
child.
That's okay, bitch. I'll be right home.
Alright, it's still raining though, so be careful.
I will.
Don't slip, fall downstairs, and die like that old lady at Heavenly
The
Hills
pencil was
Elementary.
the one thing I absolutely needed to bring with me to the test, and so without hesitation I ran back down to the school. I was sprinting as close to full speed as I could without slipping in the downpour.
Hey, Shishido, where are you running to?
All the way, the numbers on my bedroom clock ran through my mind. 6:45. If Kana's story was to be believed, Yoshi would be haunting the school by 7. As soon as I arrived at the gate, I glanced up at the large clock adorning the schoolhouse. It was now 6:55. Yoshie after school. I went over the whole scenario in my head again, as best as I could recall it. After classes on a rainy day in October at 7 at night. Did that old woman somehow know this would happen? Get a hold of yourself, Yui. It's just some old campfire tale. I was talking to myself, reprimanding myself in an effort to quell the fear
Famous
that was
last
welling
words.
up in the pit of my stomach. There wasn't a soul to be seen on grounds. By this time, the students had all gone home. I wondered if any teachers were still even around. Oh my god!
Hey, do you like this world building for a character that doesn't even matter? Just
Oh
Gotta
god.
get her filler, her backstory.
Okay, I'll just run up, grab the case, and come right down. I folded up my soaked umbrella and left it on the rack by the entrance and changed in my indoor shoes. Then, entering
My
the brightly
indoor
lit
shoes.
hall, I took another look around. Guess I was right, nobody's home. My deep sigh echoed through the deathly silent corridor. Ordinarily, the din of blah 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 blah. I need to hurry, it's almost 7. I nervously sauntered toward class from 3-4, picking up speed as it occurred to me to do so. And...
about that old woman this morning. She passed away a short while ago. I don't know why you're having flashbacks to this.
It's said that one day after school, a female teacher who has been patrolling the grounds slipped and fell down the stairs and died. It accidentally took place. The accident took place on a rainy day, October day, just like this one, and occurred just after 7.
We've already read these.
Yeah, it's supposedly.
blah 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 blah.
Dead body! Oh!
Jeez, what the hell is wrong with me? Why am I letting this bother me so much? Tsukasa was right, I shouldn't dwell on this. Yikes! Lightning flashed and thunder resounded.
Eek.
I just need to hurry up with these stairs, grab the pen case, and get the hell out of this creepy building. No ghost should show up in a well-lit building like this, right?
Incorrect.
And even if they
Nope.
did, they wouldn't be very scary underneath all these bright lights.
Also incorrect.
Are you sure about
I
that?
absolutely needed the pencil for tomorrow's test. It's my good luck charm after all, and it's from Tsukasa. I picked up the pace as I continued to head straight to room 3-4.
Skirt.
Skirt.
Just making sure it wasn't my
Oh.
monitor that fell asleep.
It's black. What happened?
The middle school is already pitch black. I guess there really is no one else around right now, and this hallway feels longer today than it ever has before. Was it really like this? I continued my brisk walk down the impossibly long hallway toward my goal, jumping every now and again whether another thunderclap sounded. Kisaragi Academy was compromised at both the middle school and high school, and this evening it really felt like it was flaunting its massive size. Didn't help that my classroom was in a high school wing, which happened to be past the middle school, making it seem that much farther away. When a building that's usually so full of life goes completely quiet, it becomes such a lonely place. I swear I can hear every drop of rain. I was focusing on the scant few sounds around me as I paced down that long, lonely corridor. Then all of a sudden... I heard a faint noise of someone playing an organ.
Who the fuck has an organ in 2018?
That was just my imagination, right? I mean, it had to be. There's no way anybody would still be practicing here, right? I took a deep breath,
this is
trying
5 years prior, so this is 2013.
It was probably the sounds of the rains, wind, and thunder mixing together. I was convinced, so I kept walking. But then, I heard the same noise again, this time much more clearly. Oh, that's creepy. I was paralyzed with fear.
Let me get the atmosphere.
No. It's probably just some devoted member of the band or a teacher who's working late. I'm just being stupid. Thinking about it, I vaguely recalled someone mentioning about upcoming performance by the Wind Instrument Club. I guess an organ would qualify. Somebody must have just stayed late to practice, that's all. I can't get this damn ghost story out of my head. I took another deep breath and tried again to calm my overly jittery nerves. Anything can be scary if you think about it is. I heard that if you let your imagination run too wild, fear can even make you see things that aren't there. And my imagination was definitely wandering wild. I'm almost there. I might as well sprint the rest of the way. I decided to dash toward my classroom so I could get out of this hall as quickly as possible. Oh, fuck you. You're an asshole. Alright, I made it. Now I just have to be absolutely certain I don't leave here without that pencil case again. Thanks to all of my unexpected pauses to freak over the thunder and lightning, it took me far longer than it should have to get here. It's already well past 7. 7 o'clock, huh?
If you go down the stairs at 8, she shouldn't be there.
It was the appointed time when the ghost of the teacher was supposed to appear, at least according to the legend. No undead educators here. I let out a sigh of relief and relaxed my shoulders a bit. The lights were on both inside the classroom and on in the hallway. Sure, it was still dead silent, but the fear I'd been feeling had completely melted away. Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of. The 7 wonders aren't real. I grabbed the pen case I'd come back for and shoved it in my pocket. Okay, mission accomplished. With my long ordeal behind me, more or less, I looked around the classroom and let out another sigh. I'd only ever known this classroom when it was bustling with activity, and thus found its eerie silence and utter stillness to be oddly fascinating. Such a strange feeling being alone in a classroom like this. I got the idea in my head that I would try to do something I normally wouldn't be able to do, like standing on the teacher's podium and writing on the blackboard. Just like this don't come around too often, after all. To me, the area behind that podium from which teachers conducted lessons was like a sacred space. I dreamed of standing here myself one day and could hardly resist its pull when presented with a rare opportunity like this. Well, no one's looking. To my classmates, this would seem like such a silly, stupid dilemma, but that didn't change the way I felt at that moment. Should I or shouldn't I?
Leave the room. I have a feeling if you stand on that podium, you're gonna somehow...
I don't think we're standing on the podium. We're standing behind it.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think you should stand there.
Alright, what do you think, Scarecrow?
Stand at it. Stand at it. Do it.
I need a pen or a pencil or something.
I was gonna say, do you want me to flip a coin?
Yeah, flip a coin.
I had a coin somewhere. God damn it, where'd it go?
I have a coin. Don't worry, I already have one.
She leaves.
Head she leaves.
I got a coin. Okay. Head she leaves. Tails she stays. Okay, so it's heads.
Alright, we leave.
Alright, we're out of here.
Okay, I really don't have time to play around right now. I should get out of here. I decided it would be best to put my yearnings aside and leave the classroom behind. Well, that particular wonder turned out to be nothing after all, it seems. Guess it's all just a superstition. I couldn't believe I had gotten all indignant with Tsukasa over something so trivial. Thinking about it now, it seemed kind of ridiculous. Alright, time to go home. I have to get to bed early so I'd be ready tomorrow. With this in mind, I walked toward the classroom door and took one step into the hall. When suddenly... Huh? Oh, god damn it.
Wrong choice!
Ugh. The door slid shut on its own with incredible force, and my neck was trapped in the narrow opening that remained.
What?
Yes,
I dug my nails into the door, frantically trying to open it back up. But the more I pushed on it, the more it pushed back, further constricting my neck.
What is this ass backwards? What?
I was flailing my limbs, twisting and contorting my body, trying everything I could to escape. Are we gonna die?
Bad end?
My neck was clamped tightly. I could feel the blood rushing to my head. I couldn't breathe. Opening my mouth in terror, I stuck my tongue out as if trying to swallow air. Forcefully shaking my head left and right, I swiveled my body to face the ceiling. That's when I saw the tall, pitch-black silhouette of a person.
What the fuck?
A silent scream squirted its way out of my throat, but the door was still pressing onto my neck. I can't... Tsukasa...
What
My vision whirled and I felt a sensation of falling. At the same time, a lukewarm liquid began pouring over my face. What? As I was struggling to make sense of what was happening to me, the door that had been violently crushing my neck quietly slid open. The floor of the schoolhouse came down hard on my head. My vision had gone white and begun blurring, but I could still see. I could see my body. I was rolling across the hallway, and there, in the doorframe, I caught sight of my own head. What the fuck?! We weren't even in Heavenly Host, and we're dead?!
Yep. So much for this filler.
What?
What just happened?
Hey, dead body, dead body, dead body!
Dead body! Last thing I saw out of the corner of my bloodshot, unfocusing eye was the familiar figure of the old woman from this morning.
What the fuck? That is
What?
that is hot dog shit!
Girl just dead on the podium. Wrong end.
0 out of 10 bad
How
game
the
heights.
fuck? We weren't even on the school. We weren't even.
I thought it. That's such dog shit.
That was bullshit!
Execution.
Oh my god! That was bullshit. Why did we die? We weren't even in Heavenly Host. Why did we die? Did the bitch murder us?
Sorry, this store is just evil.
I guess. I don't know.